So I was kind of upset because it took me a while to realize that they were just going to do the power of friendship. I'm not a big fan of it, but they did it in a way that it worked. So they get away with it this time. But next time, they're not getting away with it. I ain't going easy next time.
This is a Valiant Star podcast. Enjoy.
What's good, beautiful nerds and nerdettes, and welcome back to another episode of Nerds Be Like, episode 86. This time it's me, Antonio, and with me I got Lenny, Dan, and Patty.
That's crazy.
And this week we're going to be doing a review of Raya and the Last Dragon. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, click that bell, and if you want to join our community Discord, our links in our solo link right now, right? That's what we have now, instead of link tree.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think in the description we just put it straight up in the beginning.
And yeah, that's it for that. So let's jump straight into the news.
Alrighty. So first off, we have Quiet Place 2 being moved up from September 17th to May 28th. I don't even know why, but I like that.
Oh, I assume because Paramount Plus was released. So, you know, because they want more content.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't really care why, but I like that.
I don't care why. I just care that it happened.
On Paramount Plus, then I'll be depressed.
So, nay, yay, what's up?
It's a yay.
Super nay?
I'll give it a mixed, a half and half.
I'll give it a K dot, as I really don't have an opinion.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say speaking of something, but...
Speaking of Paramount Plus, I guess?
Speaking of Paramount Pictures and things that start with the letter P, Patrick Star is officially, unfortunately, getting his own spin-off prequel that's just called The Patrick Star Show. It looks the same as that new SpongeBob show, so it's pretty ugly. Honestly, that's just unfortunate.
This is a super nay for me.
I was gonna fucking say that. I hate you.
I said this earlier.
Yeah, but I made it up.
Should have been Sandy Cheeks, honestly.
Honestly, just a fucking like Bruce Lee-esque Sandy Cheeks show.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate.
Oh, come on. Yo, I'm gonna speak on Eric's behalf. Yo.
Creed 3 is officially set for November 23rd, 2022, being directed by Michael B. Jordan.
Wait, I'm confused.
I don't know why it's happening.
I'm still confused how Michael B. Jordan's directing.
Yeah. Is this his first?
It's his directorial debut, yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot, I guess a lot he's writing on this, but at the same time, I feel like still Sylvester Stallone might produce it, so there might be some help there. I don't know. I like the idea that he's doing this, because it's going to make it an even more personal story. That's a yay for me. Mostly because I watched Creed 2.
My hope goes to Dan, because I don't know what Creed is.
I'm guessing the soundtrack's going to be good, so I'm excited for that.
Amazing. So it's it's Rocky, but it's with Apollo Creed's son.
Okay.
All right, next up.
Speaking of release dates, here we go.
Okay.
Fast and the Furious 9 and Venom 2 are tragically being released together on June 25th.
So I'm not going to lie. The way that Eric wrote this, he said FF9. So I thought he was talking about Final Fantasy 9. I was like, that game's already out. It's been out for fucking like 20 years. Like, what do you mean?
I'm like, Final Fantasy Remake or something? Like, what's he doing?
Final Fantasy 10 just became 20 this year. Like, what do you mean?
I almost said Final Fantasy 9 and I was like, no.
I really love how I knew. I was the only one who knew.
Like, I squinted. I was like, Final Fantasy Venom.
I was like, there's nothing about Final Fantasy 9 that's happening. Like, what? I'm just glad that 3 out of 4 of us thought that.
That's amazing.
It's a nay.
Well, they actually, it could be a yay.
No.
If they both crash and burn, you know?
Oh, yes, yes.
That's a good point.
Out,
that's a good point right there, actually. Now that you bring that up.
Dan's maniacal genius. He just doesn't know what he
is. I'm fucking Lex Luthering this shit. 900.
All right.
Animated series 1. Okay, yeah.
Speaking of things that are old now, The Devil is a Part-Timer is finally getting a second season, a whole 8
After
years
how long? 8
later.
years?
8
Jeez.
years.
Thank God. Holy
Fucking
shit. Dude,
finally.
I'm just saying, I manifested this. I talked about it in the canceled cartoons episode.
Oh my
And now
god!
it's getting a second
I'm
season.
upset.
See, everyone got mad at me for my choice of Spectacular Spider-Man because like, oh, at least you know, blah blah blah. I'm like, but it didn't happen, and then yours is now happening. So
Yeah, I really lost hope for mine. So
this worked out perfectly.
Oh, man,
I'm just built different.
Yeah.
I can't have hope for mine.
Yeah, well, that's not my problem.
That's
if you guys
tough.
want to actually I'll put that plug. If you guys want to listen to that, that's a couple episodes back. I think
It's a one after Sexiest Men, so whatever.
that was 69. So that one's 70. Yep.
I forgot that was episode 69.
We also did that one.
Oh my god.
So yes, is that a nay? Yay, nay?
Big,
It's a-
big yays.
That's a super yay?
Super yay.
Big yays.
Super yay.
Super duper yay? Like superer than Superman yay?
More super.
That's not
Okay,
a lot,
yeah.
to be fair, but let's
Well,
keep going.
he's God and Jesus, so like, you know.
All right, next up. Oh yeah, for me.
Speaking of, that's it. Kingsley Ben Adir?
yeah,
I'm gonna assume I said that right. One Night in Miami and the OA. I don't know anything about either of those. I've never heard of this man
The
before.
OA's a show.
It's a show. I know it's a show.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything about it. But, however, this guy, he has been cast as the villain in Marvel's Secret Invasion series, which,
Mhm.
honestly, this was a pretty well-kept secret because I have literally never heard of this before.
Oh no, this was during one of they released this like back in like D23 or something like that. We talked about
Wait, I
these
thought
series.
okay, I didn't realize Secret Invasion was like something that was confirmed to happen. I thought it's something that's just been heavily implied.
Oh no, so whatchamacallit? Just very quickly, the Fury show, the Nick Fury show we were gonna get. This is it.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna
Okay, that makes
get
sense.
we're gonna get Nick Fury and then the Skrull Talos like teaming up together to uncover the secret.
So
of the
it
Secret
is
Invasion.
still a Nick Fury show, but it's Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We could see Monica appear, but I don't know if that's confirmed. I don't think so.
I mean, she's at least gonna make a cameo.
It could be, yeah.
There's
Um,
plenty of opportunity for her to appear in that.
so I think that's a yay for me. I'm assuming he's playing a scroll because there's good and bad scrolls. So I assume he's playing a scroll.
That's
That's
just
more
to say.
information on Secret and on a series, so I'm cool with that.
Cool.
That's all I can say. More information's nice.
Speaking of casting, Maribel
Maribel Verdu.
cast as Nora Allen in the Flash movie. Billy Crudup's Henry Allen will be recast. I still don't know any of these
Recast.
people.
So
Flash characters.
Flash
yeah,
characters,
you'll
yes,
see
and
them
not that
you'll see them
important.
in the Justice League movie.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, actually, you'll see the dad. He's have you seen the Flash or at least know of the story?
Might have seen a
Flash?
few episodes.
Okay, so very quickly, mother was killed by Reverse Flash. Father was imprisoned because they thought he did it because it was happening so fast. They thought he did it. He
yeah.
went to jail. So the guy in jail is going to be recast. The mom is going to. It was just cast, so that's Flashpoint. They're going to go back and whatever, blah blah. Makes sense, but I don't like the thought that he's being recast. I thought that guy was kind of cool.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
really.
That's a in the middle because
I
Yeah.
don't care.
I don't
The Flash
care.
movie is gonna be-
yeah, I
The Flash
everybody
movie
was
is going to be
say that.
Flashpoint. It's going to ruin everything. So it's whatever.
All right. Speaking of
Snyder
Flash, why not?
Okay.
Zack Snyder cut Justice League. Yes, the English language. I butchered that, but it's okay because
It's all right.
it was temporarily leaked on HBO Max by clicking on the Tom and Jerry movie. How?
Let's go.
That's
This is a
fucking
phenomenal
hilarious.
question. I would like to know how they did that.
It's either the
Unfortunately,
biggest fuck up of all time or it's a PR stunt.
Oh no, they fired the guy. So,
Okay.
okay,
biggest fuck up
so
of all
he
time,
fucked
then.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this story was when we heard about this. Patty and I logged on to HBO Max.
Yeah, we immediately went to HBO to try and get it. It did
Yeah,
not
they already-
work.
they
I
already
was
It
really
moved
didn't
sad.
work. No,
I was hoping, but
I just like how Tom and Jerry's literally the complete opposite
Yeah.
of the Snyder cut.
yeah. Speaking of HBO Max, Zatanna, is that right?
Yeah.
Zatanna series and a Batgirl movies are officially in the works. Because there was a lot of things. There was some like investor meeting, right? That happened. And they showed like this big graphic that had a bunch of like all like project titles that were either being worked on. I think some of them that like were done, were being worked on, or were like being announced basically. And these were two of them that people were really excited for.
I feel like with this, the platform that HBO Max has for Disney for DC stuff, I feel like will be like will definitely rival the Disney Plus Marvel shows because it's gonna have big budgets, they're gonna have more opportunities, and HBO Max needs content. So,
dude, I'm just happy that
that
my fucking Paisan Zatanna's getting a series. Let's go.
I wonder what what version they're gonna go with Batgirl, if it's gonna be connected or anything like that. I would say probably not, but I don't know. So while Petty returns, we're gonna move on to straight up news, and then we're gonna head to the topic.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lenny, take it away.
All right. First up, the CW has casted the Powerpuff Girls for their pilot episode. Chloe
the
Bennett.
CW show?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that when they were talking about it earlier.
That's what I said.
I thought it was just gonna be another. I thought it was like a 3D animated thing.
No, that's what I thought at first, but I read CW. I'm like, no, it's
definitely not that.
Live action. No.
Oh no! Now I'm scared.
Yeah.
So the casted members are Chloe Bennett as Blossom, Dove Cameron as Bubbles, and Yana Porat as Buttercup. I don't know if I said the last name.
So I've only ever heard of Dove Cameron.
Chloe Bennett, I'll send her a picture. So she's has played a Marvel character, just not in the MCU. It's whatchamacallit. She's from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I see that.
Eric was here. So she's playing the red one?
Yes.
Blossoms
is the pink red one. Bubbles is the blue one,
Bubbles
and
Buttercup
is the green one.
Green one, yeah.
Okay.
So Dove Cameron is
hello. We started
from
without you.
Disney.
Okay.
We basically just started. Yeah. Dove Cameron's from Disney. I feel like some of you may know who she is. If not,
she was in Girl Meets World, I believe.
Yeah.
She is a
woman,
an attractive woman, as Eric would say.
And I have not heard of the person portraying Buttercup, but I did see an image. So yeah, I think she's done musical stuff. So I think she does music as well. Don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna fit in like, hey, we're Powerpuff Girls and we can sing.
No, if they do,
I have no idea how to say her name. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see Yana Peral. We'll go with that. Peral. I don't know if you would pronounce the T. I don't think the T is going to be pronounced.
What?
It could be.
It could be. I
don't know. Who's to say?
It is just Geralt with a P.
Yeah, well, some names are like that where they just stick a letter there and it just doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
Buttercup. Oh, that's what he said. Buttercup is a newcomer. That's what I thought. Okay, so this is the lineup essentially. I think not that bad of casting. I think this is pretty diverse. I think it can work, but the CW part's like the thing that's mostly like worrying.
CW, the fact that it's live action Powerpuff Girls, I just don't get the need to make it live action.
Oh wait, never mind. I was like, the Chloe Bennett, her name sounded familiar, and I remember Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I also remember that she fucking dated Logan Paul, and that was disgusting.
Yeah, that did happen for a while,
but it's over now, so she's okay again.
I feel like the voices for these people, like I think it would have worked for I don't know if you want to like update the animation, make it 3D or whatever, but it would have worked in that kind of style.
Yeah,
but as a live action, it's kind of weird.
I don't know about the girl playing Buttercup, but the other two, from like what I've seen and what I've known, like the personalities just kind of fit. So it's like the 2 out of the 3, I'm like,
well, yeah, the other one's a newcomer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, we just don't know anything about her. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Which isn't a problem. It's not an issue. It's just that like we don't know what to expect.
No, I mean I can listen to her music, but I maybe do that in a bit.
It's just weird. It's a weird thing to reboot at this point, especially for the CW to do it.
And it's live action, and they're like adults now.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part. That they're like making it into a thing where it's like they're adults and not.
I don't know. Maybe
children.
that makes sense to reboot it now, though. That's how you would do it. If you're gonna reboot it now, they've grown up.
Yeah.
I guess it like works.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something new, refreshing that like can't be done.
All I know is we'll get
the
one
original
like half
recipe.
decent episode, and the
It
rest
could
will be...
work. It could
work.
flop. I don't think it's gonna flop because at least Chloe Bennett and Dove Cameron are like at their worst, they're good.
You want to know a funny thing? Actually, they were both in Agents of Shield. I just remembered Duff Cameron was in Agents of Shield. Yeah, she played a villain.
Hold on.
In like the future, I think something like that.
All I know is she was in our favorite Disney Channel movie, Ascendants.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Oh.
Descendants.
Descendant.
She
Yeah.
was. Wow. That's crazy.
But other than that, I don't know how much we can talk about that. I think we can go on to the next bit.
So,
Yup.
next part of news: Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming. It's coming out on the PS5, and more importantly, Resident Evil Village will also be
Unbelievably more important. Like I can't wait.
So before you get happy, I just want to get mad. So Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting released on PS5, but it's getting released with DLC that you cannot get on PS4, and that's fucking
so
dumb.
BM.
Oh,
It's so dumb because
That's
I now
so
realize that I
mean.
cannot play the rest of the remake unless you get a
On the one
PS5,
console. Yeah.
and I'm not doing that.
Wow. That is
Because there's
such
like
a
new story stuff too with the DLC.
That is such a
It's-
scumbag.
So if you know who
move.
Yuffie is, the ninja, she is now. This is her introduction into the remake. So
Oh, yeah,
I
I've
literally
seen
can't
DLC.
play that. Yes,
I've seen pictures of cosplay of her on twitter.com.
yeah. So you literally cannot. As far as I know, they may change that in the future, or I may have information wrong on that. I'll look it up again. But from what I know, they're not going to release that on PS4.
That's crazy.
it's a bull.
To be fair, though, Final Fantasy VII Remake exclusivity deal is running out, so it might be coming to Xbox. Therefore, Games Pass. Therefore, PC through Games Pass.
I see.
Yes,
That actually works out.
it does. Since someone in this cast was nice enough to gift me that for Christmas, which I'm probably just gonna keep on buying at this point because it's really nice. But yeah, Lenny, not Lenny, Patty, you can talk about your vampire wife.
It's just phenomenal character design all around, honestly. Not even just I still don't know how to pronounce her name. The Lady Dimitrescu. I'm gonna go with that. But honestly, then she's got I don't think they're actually her daughters, but apparently there's 3 of them. They're like the hooded woman. They all look the same, which is weird, but I mean, I'm into it, It is what it is. Yeah,
Wait, I'm looking up a video on how to pronounce her name.
It looks really good, just like visually. I mean, I don't know if I would say they did technically, if you really think about it, they didn't do a great job with the villains because everybody is like so horny for them. It's like we don't want to I don't want to run away from them. I want them to like.
I'm exploring every death option.
Okay, so I think it's Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Romanian.
God, I can't wait. It can't come soon enough. That's all I'm saying.
I'm happy for you.
Can I pre-order it somewhere? Hold on.
I would think so.
I
I have this now.
Wait, hold on.
pre-order?
I gotta go to Steam. Hold on, guys. Mesa. Actually, whoa, that's crazy. We get it before Japan.
That's possible.
What?
Oh,
I mean, it's only a day before Japan,
No, but
I
still,
mean,
we take what we get.
it counts.
this game
take
is a
what we
massive
get.
W.
Wait, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to pre-purchase this near just because I realized you can get a mini soundtrack and a wallpaper collection, and I want that.
Wow.
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm buying it right now.
All right, is that it for the news part?
There should be news.
It ends with me and Patty spending money. because I'm reminded to pre-order another game.
I was gonna say it's not the first time you bought a game. On
No,
air.
and it won't be the last. To be fair, that one was a big disappointment. This one won't be, and I'm sure about that.
Wait, what was the last one?
Death Stranding.
That's tough.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the topic. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, we're gonna be talking about Raya and the Last Dragon. So I guess from here on out, spoilers ahead. We're gonna be breaking down, like we did our last review with WandaVision and the one before with Mando. Tones, would you like to? Actually, let me start with the questions, then you can go to the synopses.
Captain.
So essentially, we're gonna be talking about our favorite characters, favorite visual, like maybe like cinematography shots, kind of what better word, sort of our thoughts on the theme of the movie, because that was a big part of it, and then we'll finish with our rating. So Tones, what was the movie about?
Right, Raya and the Last Dragon is about a world called Kumandra. And in this world, it houses both humans and dragons. Hence, you can tell from the name of the movie. But at a certain point, like early on in its history, there's this dark. I'm just gonna say it's the darkness from Kingdom Hearts. They call it Droon, but it's the darkness from Kingdom Hearts. But it pretty much just like plagues the land, turns people to stone. The only difference from Kingdom Hearts.
Well, let's explain like what they are. So like
they're like cloud.
They're like
darkness.
black, purplish clouds that just kind of roll around and they hunt down people.
Yeah. So, like I said, if you play Kingdom Hearts, it's that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you don't, that's what
I know. But I'm saying if you have, it's that.
So you gotta...
Yeah.
But pretty much if it touches a person or a dragon, they turn into stone. And to pretty much save everybody from this, 5 dragons come together and make a pearl that then is able to pretty much eradicate the Droon.
Yeah, because the Droon are afraid of the dragons.
No, they're afraid of their power. They're afraid of the stone that they created.
Also, water repels.
Yes, they're afraid of water and the stone that they created, or the pearl or whatever gem. But also important to note, Droon are created through like people's malice. So, again, Kingdom Hearts. But this movie takes place 500 years after that pearl is made, and it pretty much starts with the people of the 5 nations of Kumandra, Heart, Talon, Fang, Spine, and Tail, meeting up and then ultimately destroying the pearl out of everyone's greed.
Yeah, and Kumandra like split up in those 500 years.
Yeah,
so now they're
into
just
those 5 nations.
The 5 nations, like fighting each other, basically.
Yep. And that's where pretty much the movie starts, with Raya trying to save it.
So I'll introduce the questions. So Tones, who is your favorite character?
God, you already know my favorite character is Boone.
Oh, I know who you.
Dude, Boone is the fucking protagonist of this movie. I don't care if it's called Raya and the Last Dragon. It should be called Boone and the Last Boone, okay?
So, I mean, do you want to say how he's introduced?
So Boone is introduced pretty early on. Raya is running away from another character and her gang, and she ends up. So Boone pretty much runs he runs a ship where he pretty much it's just a restaurant. Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's a restaurant. He makes like shrimp, like seafood shit. But Boone is the smoothest motherfucker you've ever met. He's got to be like 10 at most.
He's an entrepreneur at heart.
But
man.
He's a ruthless businessman. He's smooth. He knows what he's doing, and that's why I love him. He opens up later on. He talks about how his family was taken by the Droon. That was upsetting. Honestly, that was the most upsetting thing at all. Seeing Boone sad, seeing Boone not be just like
kind of a. I can't lie. It was kind of a funny scene when he's like, they're like all talking. They're on like a boat talking about like the people that they've lost in their lives, and they had these like little flowers that they were putting into the river that they were floating on to like represent all the people that they've lost. And like the Sisu, the dragon, puts like 4 of them in. And then Boone just drops like 6 of them.
Yeah, he dropped
a lot.
And then Raya just puts like 1.
Yeah,
puts 1 in.
It's like damn. Some people really do just like lose more.
It is upsetting.
Other than this introduction, why was he your favorite character?
I just thought out of all of the comedy, Boone consistently made me laugh. And I so heavily wanted him to be the main character. I don't know why. Like, Raya is cool and all, but like the second that Boone is introduced and you just see how smooth he is for no reason. It's just like, I love him. I want this kid. I want this kid to be my little brother.
He's got some confidence and like he's able to sort of. I'm gonna sort of equate it to like how Endgame started with like the snap and everything, and people moving on in their lives and everything. This guy, although he lost his family, was running a business.
Several businesses.
So yeah. Why wasn't it just the ship like restaurant part?
It was just
also
a restaurant.
a captain.
Well,
yeah,
no,
but he didn't give people rides. He gave Raya the ride.
He gave the ride because she gave him enough jade.
It's a side hustle.
Dude, he sees an opportunity and he takes it. He made a business on that spot. I don't think you understand, Dan. This is the intellectual capacity of Boone.
He's like, you got the jade, we do the trade.
Yeah.
You know?
I love him so much.
Any other?
Oh my god.
Any other point you want to bring up?
Oh, the fact that he had the best plan by far.
Oh yeah, you want to explain that?
Oh my god! So there's one point in the movie where they're planning how to get back the last piece of the gem, and Boone's idea is pretty much just like use everybody's talents to therefore infiltrate into the the
castle sort of thing.
Yeah, the enemy nation.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's the best.
I love how it just turned into like a Dragon Ball episode by the end of it. Like his plan, like just put it together, just shoot your laser.
Come on, everyone just attack.
Kamehameha.
I think Letty said that when we were watching it.
It's just like, yeah, the dragon can just use like Kamehameha and gone. It just
like
works.
even in the visuals, like that, you could see it right there, and I was like, whoa.
That was heavily anime inspired right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Boone is the anime protagonist of this Disney movie.
Okay. So, Lenny, who is your favorite character?
My favorite character, oddly enough, is Little Noi, which is the actual baby that they found in like the second city that they went into.
The Khan baby.
The Khan baby, as the subtitles refer to
The
her.
Subtitles refuse to call her anything but the Khan baby.
The Khan baby.
For what, like
the entire
4/5 of the movie?
Until like the guy like read the tag on her. I don't know how long
that
took.
Like, did you not? It's like, did you not check the tag?
Did you not read the tag on her?
Yeah.
But like, Lil Noi is introduced by literally not robbing Raya, but like distracting Raya so that her 3 monkey companions can rob her. And they specifically like took the 3 stones out her bag and not like any money, conveniently enough. But I just love Noi and the monkeys because they just have the vibe of the penguins of Madagascar.
They really do.
My god, yeah.
It's not the tenacity, but like how they work together is like so smooth and clean.
It's the antics.
Yeah. Like they know what they're doing.
It's like they're all little pieces of shit.
Yeah, but it's like,
but they're just so good at it.
They're so good at it. Like they just distracted armed guards with a banana. Like I don't know how that's logical, but they did it.
Yeah, and they had their Mission Impossible scene climbing into the
Oh, they were climbing the side of walls, pretending to be like the design.
The Fang Palace, climbing it.
They really are just the penguins of Madagascar.
They really are.
Yeah, they are.
But like honestly, better because they don't talk.
I did appreciate that like the Noi had like a bunch of dialogue, but it was all just like Guru Yaga. That was it. It's just utter nonsense.
She was sassy too.
You knew what she was saying. Like you didn't need to understand.
Just fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a GIF on here. Of like the penguins just high fiving each other because that's what I think of with her and the monkeys.
I only remember one of the monkeys. It's what, Rico,
Kowalski,
and I forget the other two.
Skipper.
Oh, Private's the other one.
Okay, yeah, no, Noi is pretty much just the private of this group.
No, Noi's the skipper. She's the one in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got them
Private's
confused.
just baby
Okay,
monkey.
Private's the little one.
I got them.
Yeah,
confused, yeah.
Private's probably the one all the way on the left. The picture.
Kowalski's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the one with the hat.
Yeah.
Kowalski is the tall one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then Rico's the middle one.
Kowalski's that one, and then
But then again, I don't think there's really a Rico here because Rico was just actually psychotic.
Rico is fucking insane.
Kaboom, kaboom. Yeah. So I mean, the first time you hear them, or yeah, they just in an alley. There's
Just a
You
baby
think- you
sitting
think
in an
it's-
alleyway.
you think it's just this innocent baby, and Raya's gonna have this moment with like, she's gonna have maybe like a character development moment with like, maybe she's gonna be like her dad and take in this baby or something like that. But nah, she just gets robbed. by
Nah,
the
I knew
baby.
I
She
knew the
just
second.
gets robbed.
They literally said you cannot trust anybody in this town. And the second they say that, she trusts somebody.
She trusts a baby in an alleyway and then gets robbed.
I did not think the baby would.
Oh, I knew
Steal.
It's a
with
Disney
monkeys.
movie. Why wouldn't you think
I don't
that?
know.
I did not know what to think. I did not think. I simply did
I
not.
knew she was getting robbed as soon as they put that
The
baby
second
on
they said
screen.
you cannot trust anybody in this town, and she decides to trust somebody in the town, I knew she was gonna get fucked over.
I will say, I didn't expect her to be robbed by the baby.
Yeah, I expected somebody else to, but it's a lot funnier that the baby and the 3 fucking monkeys.
It feels better that the baby did it than anyone else. Because it's just like, what? I'm impressed. But what? Anyone else have comments about Noi?
Baby's Pog.
Right.
Truly the
Yeah,
most
pretty much.
overpowered character in this movie.
All right. So if that's it for your character, Patty,
Speaking of
who is
main
character?
characters, I am doing Raya because honestly, I like how much of a realist she was. I really did appreciate that because like in the beginning of the movie, we see her as a kid. She's like training to be like a guardian of the Dragon Gem with her father because her father's like the chief of their group. And then, you know, when he invites everyone over, she starts getting along with the kid of another leader, Fang. Yeah, the other kid named Namari, and then she decides to take Namari to show her up the gem because you know she's got like a new friend. She wants to show her that, and then Namari turns around, like stabs her in the back, and she's just like, "Haha, yeah, eat shit." And then the fight ensues. Gem is broken, and she's like, "Fuck everyone. I don't trust nobody anymore."
See, the funny thing is, I didn't see the baby turn, but I definitely saw what's her name? Namari. Yeah, I definitely saw her. Like, I believe when we watched it, I was like, yeah,
She
she's
just
definitely a
looked
bad
evil.
guy.
She just looked evil.
Oh yeah.
Like even like when she found like Sisu, like her main priority was just like getting the stone put together for Sisu. Even when Sisu was like being really stupid and like still trying to trust people, where I was like, no, listen, you're an idiot.
Stop
You
it.
can't do it. Every time you trust someone, they try to kill you. And then Sisu was like, nah, just give them a gift. They'll love you.
Honestly,
I remember there was the one in Talon where she like trusted the old lady. And the old lady just like threw her outside and was gonna like just leave her to die. And she was like, "What do you mean?"
yeah, that's something
Please.
I didn't like about this movie. We can
Okay,
talk about more
God.
after, but
What are the other ones? Oh, there was
What,
when
that she
she like
trusted?
ran away in Spine to like try and like talk to them, and she got her and Raya kidnapped.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And there was like she was like so dedicated
Yeah.
to like for some. This was a big issue I had with the movie was that Raya was just like always in the right about Namari just like being evil and not being trustworthy, and Sisu was like just so unnecessarily like convinced.
I mean, in a way I get it. Just I don't know.
The way that it was,
It's a
the way that
Disney
it was
movie.
done, yeah, it was just
Even with evidence of people not being trustworthy, just like someone has to be like,
yeah. There's no reason to, but I don't know. I always appreciate like Raya was the honest one.
I think we can talk about this more with the
the
whole theme thing. But
yeah. I mean, so yeah. So what else did you like about Raya? Well, or did you say everything?
Maybe that is it.
Oh, really? I was gonna say the companionship that she has with other people.
our
But when
fucking fighting.
she meets, yeah, the fighting stuff.
I want to talk about fucking Tuk Tuk because I love Tuk Tuk. That thing is adorable.
This
Yo!
perfect time. They connected.
I like Tuk Tuk. That thing is so cute.
Dude, Baby Tuk Tuk is my favorite thing
it's like a furry caterpillar. It's like a caterpillar and like a cat combined. It's got like a heart. No,
There's also an
armadillo
not
shell.
caterpillar.
I like the line in the opening where it's like, "All right, give me shell."
Give me
It was
shell.
adorable. So for my character, I chose Tong. I think his when you first like realize what happened to his family, it's like, whoa, that's messed up because he's literally the last person in his
Kingdom,
village.
actually.
Yeah, so like, when you like finally see what happened to him, and he's the last guy. I mean, at first he's just like this brute who you don't like think he's got a heart. He's gonna kill Rye. He's gonna kill everyone. But at the end, he just can't do it, or something around that.
Yeah.
And then we learn that his family's gone. He's a little kid, little babies turned to stone.
Yeah, his baby was dead.
And then in that moment, I was like, wait, why does this voice sound familiar?
It
And I
did,
looked it up.
immediately.
I looked it up, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Benedict Wong. And as soon as I said, everyone's like, oh,
That guy
That
from
guy,
Doctor
yeah.
Strange.
Doctor Strange. And like, I just think he had like some of the sweetest moments, I guess. I think like one with Noi with like the whole tag, kind of just literal, like by the end of it, he was like the father figure of the group. Because and now that we're in the character section, like I think the characters that come together in a way form a family. Like you see it, like the seeds planted with
Yeah, because
Boom
they were supposed
saying-
to be like a I guess like a mirror to the first time that the gem was created with Sisu, because it was Sisu and like
Yeah.
all of her siblings,
Her
the other
siblings, right.
dragons.
well,
But also, not even just that. It's also just like mirroring like Kumandra and the whole idea
Yeah,
of just being one
split
nation
up.
and not being segregated anymore, since
Yeah,
they
it was
were
one
all
from
from
each
different
nation.
nations.
I mean, the other thing there too was that Boom was like, "Oh yeah, I have an older sister. I miss her the most." And like you see the bond that he has with Raya being a sort of older sister.
Yeah,
Kind of
Noya
figure. And then
lost her
with-
parents. Tong
Yeah.
lost his kid.
Exactly. And then you that like little like she's on his shoulder, and it like the kind of by the end, like in the action sequences, that was just kind of adorable. Just kind of seeing a big kind of brute built kind of character. Obviously, I feel like with that you kind of always get like they always have this like the sweetest heart. But I just kind of really like that about him. Like he can do some damage, but like
It was
he's
like
a family
they
man.
like they had like cliches, I guess, but like
yeah,
they did them well. They
Well,
weren't
right.
like cliches for the sake of
They
like
worked.
just we'll just throw them in there and they'll just work their way out. They're like, we're gonna do this,
No, they worked
and
with the
we're
dynamics.
going
We're
to
gonna
make
do
it
it
work.
right. Yeah.
And they did it right, and they did it very well.
Yeah, I think that's it for the character.
Favorite visuals.
We'll move on. We're on to that. So, Tone, start us off.
So my favorite visual, when this far as visuals go for this movie, was the Raya versus Namari fight near the end, where like everything's going to shit, and like Raya and Namari are both in like the Fang like castle, temple, whatever you want to call it, and it's literally like falling apart like around them as they're fighting. And this movie does a really good job with like Raya and her fighting and her
Ooh,
sword, which is kind
yeah.
of like a
That was
sword
awesome.
whip thing.
Snake
I
blade.
don't know what to call it. I fucking love it. Snake blade, yes. I fucking love it.
That was
I like
pretty cool.
Castlevania. I like that shit. But it's just fucking great because you have Namari, who's like I guess, but like both their fighting styles are like, you know, reflective of their tribe. So Namari with her dual blades, and then
Which
Rhea
is
with her
reminiscent
like
of what
snake
her-
blade.
Actually, I think it is the same one her dad used. Right?
Yes.
It was
Yeah,
her
cool.
dad's.
And it's just so fucking cool. Just like they're just going at it. It's all being destroyed around them. But
Yeah,
I
you
just
get
love
some like
that.
silhouette shots because like I think at that point it's like sort of sunset kind of,
yes.
which also
I believe
always
so.
looks really nice when you frame it, everything good. Yeah, I mean you also see like the rage in Raya's eyes, or in both of those eyes actually.
Oh yeah, because like Namari.
I would say
I think
Raya,
more so
Raya.
Raya.
Oh,
Because Raya is like just pissed
Yeah,
off because
'cause,
she feels
you know-
betrayed. Like Sisu's dead to her at this point because like Namari shot her. Namari just like feels like a piece of shit, but is still fighting because
She
I don't
doesn't
know
wanna
why.
die.
because of her mom, wasn't it? Because her mom got turned. Yeah, because
her mom's already turned to stone.
I guess mad at the world.
I think she blames, in like a weird twisted way, she blames Raya for just not going along with her plan.
With the plan that she said, right?
Yo, yeah, because she's like, oh, Sisu told you to trust me. Again, we'll go into this later, but
if Raya had just, Namari thinks that if Raya had just, trusted her like Sisu did, then, her mother wouldn't be turned to stone and things would be better. Blah, blah, blah.
That was cool.
But the fight looked cool.
It was cringe, but, fight was nice.
Do you want to move on to Lenny or you got someone else?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
That's all I had to say.
I love how we're just saving everything for like the theme part. Because it is like the part that like, I guess
it's the biggest. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's the meat and potatoes.
My favorite scene was after the Raya and Namari fight. Like, we had like, I want to say the main cast basically trying to save like the citizens of Fang from the collapsing city while also trying to defend from the oncoming drone invasion that's happening. And there's some really cool scenes of like Boone, Noi, Tong, Raya, just all trying to come together to like just save people. And then later on, Namari comes in, although albeit a little bit late, for her own city, but we'll skim over that. And
we'll also skim over the fact that she tried to run away with all the pieces of the gem before,
like at the end of it too, like
yeah.
We'll get into a theme in a second, but like she almost just threw away all of existence just because of it. But
God, we hate Namari so much.
Just like there's so many things that she could have done right.
And she did it all
like,
wrong.
I want to like her so much too. I like visually, like she's I like her design, but
yeah,
it's very okay. But
she makes me mad.
But yeah, at the end of that, they basically are like back to back, like underground, because the Juno like collapsing the city. And at the end, they end up giving all the shards to Namari because they need to, I believe, like through what
trust.
Yeah, through what Raya like infringed, like they need to trust each other. Like
in short, Kingdom Hearts moment. Let's go.
Basically.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. Namari almost ran away, but became a friend afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, visually it looks really, really good. I like the fact that like the stones are sort of losing their magical energy and like it's fading away as these like dark clouds are like piling on top of them. It almost gives it like I like the shadowy parts in the look because I guess you feel more claustrophobic.
I do like do like that design.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to say about that scene. I just like how it was just a representation of each nation.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right, Petty.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up here a little bit because like at first I was gonna just talk about the city of Talon, but I've decided that I want to actually talk about all of the cities because I really like the way that they introduce, like even just like the regions at first, like when it's like young Raya like talking with her dad and they just like she's like talking about like all the warriors and they do these like really nice like just like wide shots to just like show like how distinct each area is and how different they all are. And then as like you fast forward to when she's older and she's like going to all the cities and she's actually in them, just the way that they all look, they're all like so extremely different. Like Talon is like basically like it's like a city built on like stilts, like everything's above the water, like floating. There's a lot of like like riverways and like canals, like passageways, like you can really see between like the chase scene between Raya and Noi. Then you've got Spine, which is like this big fucking like Viking like hideout, like these giant wooden spear walls with these massive doors. Honestly, that place looks like the island from How to Train Your Dragon. It literally just looks like they pulled it out of that.
I think Brandon said something to that effect.
Yeah,
as well.
somebody said something about that.
Yeah.
which looks really nice. And then Fang is this massive fucking fortress in the middle of a lake, and it's like almost like an oasis, which is kind of weird because it's like it's not in a desert, but it's still got like that same sense because it's completely surrounded by the Droon. So it's like if you left, like it's not very pretty out there. And I think Tail was just like dead, right? Like there was nobody there.
Tail was dead.
Tail was
yeah.
dead. It's tough, but it happens. And at the very end, like you go back to Heart, which Heart, I mean, I think Heart, we did not get to see enough of that place because that was
No.
very
that was
pretty.
the opening, correct?
It was the opening, and then there was like the
Okay.
very ending. But like
Yeah,
I wish we
that
saw
was really
more
nice.
because it was just a really beautiful area. I mean, it was like literally just a massive fucking garden.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to be like the nicest looking one. It was supposed to be the most at the time like the most prosperous nation.
Yeah, because
that one, it held
because they had the gem. But I think didn't they say the gem didn't like actually do anything?
No,
Oh,
it just
yeah.
protected them from the Droom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
that was
held the
it.
June back.
I guess you could say that it made it look pretty. I guess because when the June like kind of they're all devouring like the place, they get rid of the water.
Yeah, the Droon
So-
destroyed, but I don't think the gem made things. I think they literally
no,
said
I
that
think
it didn't make
No,
things.
it just if anything it gave them the it just like when Fang became all nice, it gave it just because they had the biggest piece that they were given the opportunity to do so.
yeah. That's why it looks nice. That's essentially what I was trying to say. Yeah. I mean, do you have a favorite standout one? Out of
I don't know. I think Spine was like, I guess it kind of like had to be the most underwhelming because I think we just didn't get to see enough of it. Because there really was just the one scene with like Tong inside the city, and then after that it was outside of it.
Though I guess it makes sense is because like there
was no one
weren't
else
really
there.
that many people to interact with.
But the other three were, I don't know, they were all, I think they're all too different from each other to like even like compare them.
Yeah.
Because there's really nothing similar between the three other than water.
I will say before I go to mine, because I don't know where else I might be able to say this part. I said this when we were watching it, but some of the transitions and like the quick cuts when like Raya is getting her gear reminded me of the way Edgar Wright does his transitions. Like if you see any compilation of like Edgar Wright's directing, like that'll definitely be in there. Like in what was that song movie he made? Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, like they're stopping to get some beer, and like there's quick cuts of them pouring beer and then drinking and
Yeah, like a lot
down.
of quick cuts in succession.
Yeah, and like there was a lot of it in this movie, and I'm like, that's really cool seeing it in animation form. I'm not saying that's solely specific to Edgar Wright. There's other movies that do it, but like that's the one that came to mind. That like his trademark, I guess. So it was really nice seeing that because we were transitioning to like the gear or like getting other things. That's really nice. All right, so I guess I will go. Patty kind of mentioned a tiny bit of it with the opening, which is the one I chose. That's the opening like fight sequence, I guess, but like just this like sneaking up. Would it be called like considered a trial? Like a
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just like a practice mission, I guess, for Raya. And she's like sneaking her way into like where the stone is located. Getting help from Tuk Tuk, the fucking adorable thing.
We love him.
And yeah, I think just the visuals in. I think that was the first trailer we saw when this came out. Just like the opening there, and like because I think at the time we didn't know that was her father, and like revealed like who she was fighting with. It was mostly just a spar that they were having. But just like the way the fight looked in there, it was super impressive. Like the water, like kind of balancing, they were balancing themselves on like the little rocks where the water was. Yeah, I just thought it like the colors looked really nice, like with the kind of like the water reflecting, and even like the stone shining. You saw a lot of that. I don't know what else to say, but it was just a great opening.
See, I'm not gonna lie. So the beginning threw me off because I really thought that like at the beginning they're gonna like
Just breaking in.
no, yeah, I thought that they're gonna paint Rhea as this like little kid who's trying to steal the gem, and that's
That's
how she
what I
caused
thought.
all the.
See, I thought that
yeah.
too, but like what I'm saying, like after we saw that there was the father and they were sparring, I'm like, oh yeah, she's not gonna die. But like in that moment, there was
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was at the edge of my seat in that moment.
But like the movie's like paint a completely different picture than what it's
Yeah.
actually trying to do at first, and I like that.
And like I said, that was the
'Cause at
teaser
first
trailer.
you think that she's like a like she's not villain, but like
little rat.
like, more mischievous.
I was gonna
since,
say
yeah,
a
she
street
is.
rat, something like that.
A
Yeah.
rat.
Yeah.
It's a fucking rat.
God, that always pops up in these episodes. I think that's it for me. I think we can move on to the theme of the movie.
God, all right. So I guess I'm starting off this part.
Hold on, all right. Before you after you let your size out, should we say what we have listed down and then go into our things?
Actually,
Just
wait,
kinda have a
what if
general
we just
topic.
let's just like say how we thought
Yeah.
about it, just
Yeah, and
literally
then
just
we'll,
down the line, and then we'll actually go into it.
Right. Okay. Because it's gonna be weird. So
Yeah, it'll
so
be
this is our
strange.
overall thoughts on the theme of trust in the movie. That
The power of friendship, honestly. That's
Yeah,
that's
I was
really
gonna
what
say
it
that
is.
too.
It's the power of
So
friendship.
all right. So
I
let's
guess
start.
I'm starting.
Yeah.
So as everybody who's been listening to the podcast knows, I'm a little bit of a fan of Kingdom Hearts,
A little bit.
and this is just Kingdom
A
Hearts.
little bit.
Like fucking power of friendship, fucking darkness, fucking the light, fucking
It really just is.
The dark.
fucking Xehanort. I'm surprised Xehanort didn't show up and like 20 different interpretations of him. But that being said, even though I know it's fucking dumb, I still love it. It's still entertaining. Like I'm not gonna lie, I like it doesn't hit. It doesn't fucking hit like it's supposed to, but I still like it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
It's like really mixed because I felt it like in the beginning when everyone just said, "Oh, either there's run from the June or pick up these crystals," and it's just like when each nation picked up a crystal, I'm like, "Uh-oh." It's just like, what am I supposed to do? But then at the end, it's just like, as the movie goes on, it kept displaying more and more trust, little by little, especially when they picked up like a new friend.
Yeah, along the way. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once Raya knew when it was about trust, it was kind of like, oh, they saw what other animes did. I'm gonna mention it now because I'm gonna forget later. Fairy Tale, period.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is like,
Yeah.
this has a really weird but deep mix with Fairy Tale, with the power of friendship just prevailing over anything possible. Literal dragons.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if only we had the number 7 plastered everywhere.
Oh my god! If only the number 7 was everywhere, and there was like magic that people can use.
Yeah, this would just be Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
All right, Patty.
All right. So I was kind of upset because it like took me a while to realize that they were just going to do the power of friendship, which
yeah.
I think. I mean, what I think is it's kind of cringe. Honestly, it's not kind of.
Yeah.
It is cringe. I'm not a big fan of it, but they did it in a way that it worked, so they get away with it this time. But next time, they're not getting away with it. I ain't going easy next time, because it took me a while to realize that it was going, so I'm okay with it. They managed to like hide it well, which I appreciate, because I would have been so upset if I like caught on really early on. But
Yeah, I remember, we said this when we were watching it, and you're like, "No, no!" You had a freak out when we were watching
sad. Because I was like, "Fuck, it's completely unoriginal."
it.
But
I mean, you have to. I feel like Disney's just gonna do it anyways. That's the problem.
Speaking of Disney, on the same side as Tones. Sorry for the interruption, but like,
No, it's perfect.
I feel like one of the ways we describe this is that like it was doing something different, but it like once it like went a little far, it just became very Disneyfied, and it wasn't like too clear where the direction it was headed. Because I feel like it could have been something different, but like I think that's the only thing that was kind of holding it back for being like
It could have been, and then it wasn't.
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sort of in the same agreement as Tones, but more in the. My first thought, we thought of the power of friendship was Voltron.
Yeah, but that's done well.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like that's the first thought I had. I'm like, oh yeah, so they're definitely gonna do like the power of friendship in this in the movie because like they're gathering, like Lainey said, they're gathering everyone up from each nation, everything like that. It's gonna happen. I knew it was happening, but at the same time, like this, there's still something holding it back from like completely being something like new,
Cool, and original.
Next,
Yeah.
no.
Mechs. Jesus
No.
Christ.
wooden mechs with the
Magical,
Yo,
no, magical stone
Phineas and Ferb
mechs.
did it. Don't even come at me like
with
that.
the dragon head at the top. That's actually one thing when we can touch upon it now. But what's one thing we have not really mentioned? The dragon.
I feel like
Oh,
the dragons are like they should be bigger, but they're not as big as they should have been.
Yeah, like if
They're such a weirdly small part of
I
the
think
movie.
it was because like especially with like Sisu, she had to be in human form, which I think she didn't have to be. I don't know why
I don't know why that was so like.
it was such a
'Cause it's-
big point.
I feel like it's easier to convince people if you just have a dragon that's supposed to be gone.
that's and also
Yeah.
the bad guys are
Because-
chasing them. So what's the point of hiding?
Like I get Raya's idea of just like not trusting people. That makes sense, but like
Yeah, Sisu should have just been a dragon the whole time.
yeah.
Because imagine she was
Like,
a dragon from the
At that point,
start.
they could have just replaced dragons with anything. Like
Yeah.
they could have just been
Yeah.
like, fucking,
fucking
they
angels,
could have been human
fucking
gods and it'd be like no different.
yeah, it could just be.
Don't get me wrong either. Like Aquafina's like voice acting in there like was like she like her comedy like came through like and like came out like as I felt that was just Aquafina when
Yeah.
just hearing her voice.
Yeah,
And there
that
was like
that was just her.
kind of pauses. It was like I don't know. There's something really nice about it. Like that's what I really liked about the dragon character. It's just like Lenny said, you could just replace him. It doesn't feel like feels part of the story. Yes, we got the opening prologue sequence with like telling the story of how once before the dragon and dragons and humans
long ago.
Well, the dragons
you know,
roamed the land. They
lived-
were massacred by black dust. And it's just like,
lived
okay.
together in harmony or
Everything
whatever.
changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I was thinking about that
When the
too.
Vape Nation attacked.
Oh, no.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, now I just gotta listen to Avatar.
I don't know. Like, it kind of sucks though, because like, what other way could they have gone with the dragons? I mean, like, should they just remove them completely?
They should have just used them more.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't use them enough.
Sisu should have just been a dragon.
This would have been more of a reason why they were dragons.
Yeah.
It felt like Raya, and she kind of has the last dragon.
Raya and there's a
The
dragon.
last entity, you know?
I like that. Raya, and there's a dragon.
There is a dragon. That's it.
There's one dragon. Raya and the one dragon. There we go.
Sometimes maybe good. So,
Raya, and where's the last dragon?
Sometimes maybe shit.
Do you want to just get into the trust part of it? Because I just realized we didn't touch upon that.
Oh yeah, so I think the whole theme is just really dumb because the whole movie is shown like Raya is very skeptical of people, and it's shown that she's always right about it. And at the end, they force her to be wrong, and the fucking character that they force her to trust, Namari, almost just runs away and says, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
She almost
she-
back,
I'm
she
going
almost
home.
backstabs 30
The
different
character
times.
that she's forced to trust is the character that literally single-handedly ruined the world twice. Not once, but twice. She was the one who exposed where the dragon gem was
Yes,
to
at
everyone
the
else,
beginning.
which led to it being broken in the beginning, which released all the Droon. And then the second time around is when she fucking like quick scopes the last dragon, the savior of the
that's
world.
almost that's 2.5 times then. Because at the end she almost ran out.
Yeah.
Oh,
like she tried to do it a third, and she tried to do it a third time. It's just like, wow.
And then she said, "Wait, okay, maybe I should redeem myself now.
Maybe
No.
I
I
should have the
think
character.
maybe
It's
it's
like,
time."
Wow.
Also, now that I think about it, I don't know if like having the dragon die, like that, just like it's like she died. Bye bye. Let's keep moving. Like it felt kind of weird. So either she should have died in a different way or something. I don't know if it's just me who thought that.
If the dragon died in a permanent way, like, and we know like the dragon died, but she was later revived, and it was like, oh, okay.
It just feels very
forgiven.
like, hey, it don't matter no more, and it never did.
Like if
Let's
Sisu
go.
actually died, I feel like there'd have been like more to it.
I hate the fact that I can't remember her name.
Sisu?
Yes, that's why I've been saying the dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Sisu.
yeah. She
I'm sorry.
honestly, she's really forgettable.
I hate that too because
I don't think it's Aquafina's fault, but like
No,
she's
it's
such a
not.
forgettable character because she's just annoying trust girl. It wasn't even Namaria. You called it just
It
Sisu.
wasn't.
That's the worst part.
You just
'Cause
aimed
I
at
just
the body.
I got more annoyed at Sisu
Oh,
throughout the
fuck.
movie than I liked her. Like she's very unlikable to me. She just kept on saying trust, 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 and there was never a reason for anybody to trust
Yeah, she had no reason to trust anyone. and she
besides the
was-
fact that that's how the gems worked.
Yeah, she was just like being forced. It was like they forcibly wrote her to be so unbelievably trusting at all costs. And it's just like, why? Just why? There was no need.
could it? Okay, this is my first thought when Sisu, did I say it right?
Yes.
When she looked at Namari and like their eyes locked, I thought for a second it was gonna be like I see her, like she was like me when I was younger or something like that. I thought it was gonna be that kind of thing. And they were gonna use that in a different way, not that like
Yeah, but instead she shoots her.
trust. Yeah, exactly. So when that happened, I'm like,
And then Namari
What's
has
that?
the gall to blame it on Raya, saying you didn't trust me like Sisu was supposed to. That's why I shot her.
Yeah.
that's why I feel like trust.
Okay, imagine that in court. Just like, okay, I'm sorry, judge, but this guy was trying to stop me from shooting his friend. Therefore, he's at fault. I wasn't going to shoot him.
He pulled the
I just
trigger.
pulled the trigger because he scared me.
I was frightened, so I shot the guy. I shot the most innocent person in the room.
I shot the guy I was actually trying to be friends with. Like,
Oh my god!
I held the gun to his head, but I wanted to be his friend. Like, I don't know.
So how differently could it have gone? I'm really just trying to think about it because I didn't really think about it too much when we saw it.
If you don't bring the crossbow, you can literally just redeem her there.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
she brings the
Okay.
crossbow.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, the fact that she brought the crossbow is the dumbest thing because she's like, okay, yeah, I need the dragon.
Like, even not even like a crossbow. She brought a sword. She brought the swords because you can't shoot a sword. She go put down the blades.
Yeah, that's even more meaningful too. The blade, yeah, because it's part of her family's weapon, I guess. So that's like,
It's just such a weird dynamic. Like, I just don't get why
I'd see-
Namari was that way.
I don't know either.
Because even at the end, Namari is not likable.
She just did it because
Namari
Just to
is
last
the most
alive.
unlikable character in the movie from beginning till end.
yeah.
She is like, even when she's redeemed, she does not feel redeemed.
Yeah, even her character doesn't feel redeemed. Like
Yeah,
it's so
she-
awkward. Even like when like she's just like forgives her and everything. It's just like, yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be.
I
doing
still
this
hate
stuff.
you deep down. Yeah, this don't feel right. No.
Like I understand the message and the whole thing, like being sort of Disney-like. I just don't think this was the way to go about it.
Very forced.
Yeah, I think
The theme,
you're on to something.
The trust
with like,
shit is very forced. I honestly felt like thinking about this now. I literally feel, I feel the same way about Raya that I do about Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is fun little romp. Story fucking sucked. I'm happy that I saw how it ended, and that's it.
I'll watch it again, but
Like I'll watch it again. I've played Kingdom. played Kingdom Hearts 3 more than once just because fucking New Game Plus.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch Raya and make even more jokes and just want Boone more than ever. Because he should have been the main character. Because Boone at least makes sense for him to trust again. Honestly, though. Like, I like Raya, don't get me wrong. But it does not make any sense for Raya to be the first one to trust Namari in the end. Raya has the most reason to distrust people in general, especially Namari.
So, should the focus have been less on Namari, more on... I can't believe I'm saying this, but Raya and the Last Dragon?
Yes!
Oh, wow.
This was literally... No, this was just Raya and Namari in the movie.
Like
this is what this was.
Honestly.
This is unironically what this was.
Yeah.
She had a terrible Zuko arc. Like, Zuko, it works so... Oh my god, I'm just going to talk about Avatar now.
No.
Whoa.
Let's compare Namari to Zuko, actually, while we're here. Well, because Lenny brought it up. Okay, so...
God damn it.
Zuko literally is... From beginning till end, is like... There's a little bit of him that's always hesitant and, like, distrusts what is people are all about. Namari's kind of like that. But, like, Zuko gradually grows to just be like, yeah, no, like, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. Namari switches back and forth.
Right.
Even at the very end where she's like, yeah, I'm gonna trust you guys. Oh, I'm gonna head out.
She'd leave.
Actually, wait, no. I'm gonna do this thing.
I'm gonna. But then I'm like, wait a minute.
It's like, it's so dumb.
Like, I think those small character moments that, like, really just feel really awkward with Namari.
The more I talk about this, the lower score I'm gonna give this.
I hate that too, but I feel the same way.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna give this a 7 at first, and then we started talking about it more.
Should we move on to the rating?
Yeah, you want to rate this real quick? Yeah, let's rate this real quick.
Right. Until you guys like destroy it.
So me, as I said, I was gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it like a 5.5.
God.
Okay.
Wow.
This movie looks good. Don't get me wrong.
But dude, like animated super
looks great.
well. I fully agree. The music is a banger. I'm gonna see that right now. It's great.
No, music's so good, but like that doesn't redeem the story for me.
I'm just saying the good parts about it.
Yeah, no. Soundtrack amazing. Visuals amazing. Choreography amazing. But the story pisses me off. Namari pisses me off. Sisu doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The other dragons matter more than her, and they're shown less. They're shown at the very end and in
they
flashbacks,
don't even talk,
and they matter more.
I don't think.
But they matter more towards the story because they're the ones that like Sisu explains it like perfectly. She just got credit for the fucking assignment. She was part of the group and she did nothing, but she got the full grade.
Okay,
she says it herself.
I gotta rethink every decision I was about to make.
Like I'm sitting there, I'm still gonna say what I'm saying, but I'm like, I'm listening, thinking, yeah. I was gonna say 7. I was gonna just say flat 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say the movie looks good. I'm looking at each individual character. Each character, like,
God, I love
played their part. We even express like our own favorite characters, like Raya, Noi, Boone, Tong. Like they are characters that are like were good from beginning to end. Raya was a good character from beginning, and then shaky at the end because being the first one to trust Namari for whatever reason.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because she's like thinking about shit, but it's still
literally
it's annoying.
The only gaps in this movie is Sisu and Namari, because it's like Sisu should have had more to play other than I need the orbs to gain power, because all she did was gain power so they can obtain the crystals easier.
She literally just became more like the cool dragons.
Yeah, she became the cooler dragons, ended up dying temporarily.
I was just thinking about this. Should she have gotten her own unique ability instead of having abilities from her
I get
siblings?
the fact that she's just able to swim, but I feel like she should have done a thing where it's like, okay, that wasn't actually her ability. That's just part of it.
Like being able to control water is just like...
I just think there was not even unique enough sort of abilities that she had.
Like I get it at first, but like be like, okay, yeah, like the reason why they trusted her was because they saw something in her. Like she had some potential that she couldn't see, but the rest of her siblings could.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Like it's for me. It's either like they needed to add like an actual consequence from either Namari being who she is or literally having Sisu just die. Because it's like,
so it's just plot convenience. Like this has to
Yeah.
happen.
so I feel like there needs to be a consequence. Because at the end, it's like a lot of people, like Rhea's morals and her like ideals that she got from being a child was just thrown out the window. Sisu played very little role and was killed and then brought back
Early
to life.
Yeah.
And then Namari was like the absolute villain, like terribly like evil for no reason, but then just became good because why not?
I would even say like make her mom be the evil one and have Raya.
Like that would have been fine if her mom was just
fighting
like,
her mom.
If her mom was just like chaotic evil from like
yeah, and then you have Namari in the background who's like distraught about the thing that she done, like the fact that she's part of the reason why the world's gone to shit. And you're just like you see more remorse than just in the very end. Like that's the problem. You only see remorse, so you see remorse from her so little.
Yeah. The only time that she like hesitates on anything is when she sees Sisu.
Yeah, because she's like, "Oh, I'm a dragon fan."
Oh, dragon. Yeah, I still think this movie is really good. It's just like two.
I think it's really enjoyable.
Two very obvious gaps, but you know, it's a kids movie. I can
rewatch this multiple times. Don't get me wrong, but like this is very similar to another movie we watched recently, Premiere, where like it's fucking beautiful, soundtrack is amazing, but the story makes no goddamn sense. But I'll watch it over and over again for the pretty colors.
That's actually not bad example. All right, Patty.
Well, shit,
you ready?
So
notoriously the guy who gives everything the lowest score.
I am in.
I might have done it this time.
Quite a predicament this time. But I mean, I gave Soul the highest, right? I was the only one who gave it a 10.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Dude, Soul's so much better than this.
Well, we'll talk about it right after I rate it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I want to say what I was actually gonna give it.
I'm curious.
Was it like a lot lower than what everyone was thinking?
No, it's a lot higher.
Oh,
it's really high. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna give it
8 or 9.
There were some very obvious plot points, but like like it's a kids movie, so I could just kind of like turn my brain off and like not think about it too much.
Like I don't know why I realized at the end.
I'm just gonna turn my brain off. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Oh,
I liked it a lot.
I'll put that right here.
That's fair. Because like I only realized after my explanation.
9 smile. Smiles all around.
Nah, you can be a kids show and still you can be a kid something and still have like something deeper to it. Avatar taught me that.
No, shit, I'm thinking mine.
Pretty Woman, so I'm okay with that.
Anything you want to say, or just leave it at that?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I was feeling a 7.5, but like I feel like hearing Patty, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go another 0.5 higher, so I think I'm gonna give it an 8. Cause like it was very.
I'm really down here, lowering the fucking average. Here we go.
Yeah, you kind of like just tanking on average.
Dude, it was super enjoyable. Like I had such a fun time watching it with the boys.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I did too.
It was, yeah. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything like that. I feel like there were some very obvious flaws, and it does kind of suck that there was less focus on the two characters that were in the title. But I do feel like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a kids movie. It's supposed to send a message of
makes it
allowing trust. So you want to change it right now? Your answer?
Yeah, I made it a 6. Okay. It's close enough.
You could have just lied.
No.
I mean, like, you know, it's
we could have. Okay.
5.5,
it rounded
6,
to a 7.4, so we can just
we gave it all different ones. 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. That's fine.
Yeah, no, this works out better. I like this.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a great movie. No, okay movie.
I think it's a great
okay movie in terms of story. Great movie for kids. I'll say it like that.
I think this is one of the best Disney princess movies that have come out recently.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, they're gonna say it is because they called her a princess once.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
gonna call it beforehand.
And the cast as well. Kelly Marie Tran as Raya. I think As soon as I heard it again, I was like, "Oh wait, isn't it? It's her." We also got Aquafina. We also got Gemma Chan.
I think Aquafina was the
played
most recognizable one.
Yes.
Mm.
Alan Tudyk played Tuk Tuk.
That's my boy.
It's funny because it makes sense. Yeah, just noises. So just we have Sandra Oh, who played, I think, Namori's mom. I'm not yeah. But
Damn, we still don't know what happened to Raya's mom. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was never said, which I think I kind of like. You don't have to explore everything like that.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't enough in the story that you kind of needed to go there.
You didn't need it, but like, I'm still curious.
Yeah, I still really love the opening. I think there's definitely like it's a good movie. It's a good movie to watch. The only thing I will complain though is the premiere access part, which we can get into now.
Oh, we're doing that now. I thought that was just going to be its own episode.
I don't know, because I
Okay.
feel like I know you brought it up, but I just don't understand. I mean, we don't have to get too much into it, but like
Premiere access is it's
premiere.
pretty
We'll just talk
cringe.
about because it's the first movie we watched with premiere.
With
access.
premiere access.
We didn't.
It's only the
watch
second one to
Mulan.
come out.
Yeah, but
thank
we didn't watch
fucking
Mulan.
God.
And
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so confused about it because I don't know what they're deciding. I don't know if it's just like Disney, like main Disney's doing that because
it is weird.
Because Soul had a higher budget, but wasn't premiere access. So
Higher
that's why it's
budget,
weird.
better movie, and it didn't have premiere access. Very interesting.
Well, that's the thing too. Okay, so
Do I was gonna say? Do you want to save for the Minnesota?
no. No. This is about Soul compared to Raya. That's why I'm okay giving it a 6 because fucking Soul is so good, and that's a kids movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
But I feel like Soul had a lot of more like.
Soul's a lot
mature
more adult.
themes.
Don't get me wrong. It's a lot, but it's still like at its core, it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
But Pixar movies are always like that, where
They
it's
always
like
have that. Yeah.
they look
better.
like kids
They're
movies, but
better.
they have such deep, mature like messages
they're
behind them.
Better.
Like Soul is literally what is the meaning of life?
Yeah, but you're still exploring that through a children's medium, and they're able to do that, and that's the amazing part.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So the average rating we gave it, Raya and the Last Dragon, was 7.5. Obviously, Tones
What was
said
Soul?
his change.
Soul was
I can
probably like
look
7.9. I feel like
right, hold on.
8-ish.
Let me look it up because I know we put it in here. Oh, I found it. 9.1.
Oh wow, okay.
Wow, we gave it that high.
As an
I think
Irish
most
score.
of
It
us
deserves
either
it.
said 9 or 10. I said 10.
Yeah,
I think
I think I said 9.
Dan said 9.
9 point. I may have said 9.5.
Yeah,
I think
I
you said
did hear
9.5.
Dan. You literally said you were gonna give it a 10, and then I gave it a 10.
Yeah.
I think either Eric or Brandon gave it an 8.
I think because of
No,
that,
Eric
someone's
said
like, "You can still give it a 10,"
9.5.
and then I gave it a 10. I think that's what happened.
I think Eric did
You
a
gave it a-
9.5.
Did I do an 8?
I think you did.
I might have just been that way.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that, like, that comes out of this is also like, we change our minds constantly. We think back and like, oh yeah, that was a good.
Oh yeah, we're fucking hypocrites.
Yeah. So I mean, we can watch this Raya and the Last
I already
Dragon.
said I've retconned like all the ratings I've done like previously.
Yeah.
Just
Before this year.
before everything before WandaVision that's Marvel. I
Everything before-
retconned
no,
those ratings.
Everything before Soul, then.
No, I'm saying for Marvel in particular.
Yeah. But I mean, I think if you were to buy Premiere Access and rent the movie, I would say, like Patty said, turn your brain off, just watch the movie, even though we just spoiled it. I think it's still a good watch. I also feel like it's okay to wait the couple months. I think it's like June something.
You can wait the 3 months
Yeah.
for this movie.
Yeah,
However,
June
once the 3 months are over, watch it.
4th?
Yes. Yeah, I see what you were talking about.
This is a great
It's a
movie for
great
anybody
movie.
with kids, with like younger siblings, or younger relatives, or if you just feel like watching a lighthearted movie and you want to watch the pretty colors and listen to the nice music.
Pretty colors, pretty music, pretty woman.
It's very enjoyable. I'm not like I am more likely to rewatch this than Soul
Yeah,
because it's just easier to
Soul's a
watch.
little-
Soul's a
yeah.
lot heavier than this.
Yeah.
So it's like a life-changing moment.
Yeah. But this is a very enjoyable watch. That's why even though I give it a 6, I still enjoy it.
Also, the song at the end with Janae Aiko, that was really good. I think I listened to it after we stopped watching it.
So I think that's it then.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's
I'm
repping?
just thinking a little bit about it, but yeah.
I agree.
I think I will say this is easily one of my favorite thumbnails, even though it's like just very simple. I really like the little like gradient thing I did for the number.
You know what they say. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight.
Oh.
Kingdom
good
Hearts,
one.
baby.
That's a good one. All right, so that is it for the topic and the show. Patty, do you want to walk us out?
Oh yeah, I'm doing this.
Yes.
So thank you all for watching and listening. Speaking of listening, you can listen to us on the iTunes app, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and YouTube.com. Make sure to, subscribe, ding the motherfucking bell, hit them, like just actually beat the shit out of the bell.
Have a sword fight with the bell.
Yeah, just absolutely eviscerate it. And you can also you can join our Discord it's gonna be at the top of the description, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do it like the one you did the other day.
Yeah. You can contact us and reach out on social media at NerdsBeLikePod on Twitter, Instagram. I mean, Twitter's the obviously superior platform.
So I mean, that being said, Patty, you run the Twitter.
I do run the Twitter.
Eric
runs,
and Brandon.
Eric and Brandon do the Instagram.
They run the Instagram. Mm-hmm.
You can also email us, questions, comments, concerns. You can try to tell me why I'm wrong on my opinions. You're wrong, but that's okay. At nerdsbelikepod@gmail.com. Wait, what is?
With your sweet new mic.
Yes, my new mic. Now I will be able to do high definition ASMR readings for only 5-star reviews. iTunes, I guess.
Yeah, it's only on iTunes. I mean, you could, if you would like to review it on like the YouTube comments, that would work as well.
We can do YouTube comments too. Why not?
Okay, yeah, well, that's a good one.
Do YouTube comments. Why not? Merch. I don't know.
We got it.
I don't know if I feel qualified enough to do the spiel.
Yeah, I could do it. I'm not gonna do it like how we usually do it, just to make it sort of simple and quick. But yeah, we have a merch on our store that should be in one of the links in the. It should be one of the links. If not, it's linked literally below. And we have designs there such as the WandaVision shirt that is gaining a lot of popularity. We have our logo, and could be in the form of t-shirts, cups, like to-go mugs, stickers. I think there's even notebooks in there too. We're probably gonna do some designs coming up for like the Snyder Cut, and I think we talked about Falcon and Winter Soldier, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So we'll be doing some more designs.
So the links that we have, we like helping people. A lot of ways that we have to help. You can support, Asian American communities because they have been experiencing a massive uptick in, hate crimes directed towards them, which is, that's just fucked up. There's really nothing else to say. You can help Texas, donate to like food banks, whatnot, because, a lot of people got really, really messed up with that snowstorm that they had. You can also support, African American communities as well. As always, we should just be supporting everyone in general. And last but not least, any and all coronavirus donations that you can make, literally anywhere, anything, any small amount helps.
Yep. And we'll do the preview for the next episode. Which is the Snyder Cut, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to shit on it.
Dude,
I'm so
excited.
depressed. I'm so sad. I'm so fucking sad.
I'm really excited for this. Like,
I know.
There's so much contrast between Me and
It's
everyone
like
else.
half of us are so depressed that we're gonna have to watch it, and the other half of us are really excited to watch
the
it.
funny thing is, I mean, we're doing this in a new style where not everyone has to be there. I know you guys are watching the other films with me and like Eric and everything, but like you guys,
It can't
Yeah, but you forget
yeah.
that Eric exists and that like he's gonna bother me into watching all of them
Yeah,
anyways.
and you know,
Okay.
episodes they can't be all sunshine and rainbows, you know.
that's
Yeah.
really nice. Tie into one of our designs, Patty. That's good.
I'm a genius.
Well, we're literally making our way through Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. We're probably gonna watch the theatrical cut of Justice League before, not right before, but like maybe a couple days before the Snyder cut. So that's coming out Wednesday. No, it's coming out Thursday, and we also, Falcon Winter Soldier's coming out Friday. But we're not gonna really touch upon that.
Not for a while.
Not for a while.
Not until it's over.
Not for some time.
Yeah, so be on the
I'm
lookout
highlighting
for the
this.
Snyder Cut review coming to you next week. So we'll catch you guys for that. Yeah, we'll see you. I don't know how to end this again because I'm worried about my mic.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
I didn't want to do that. God damn.
I know.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.